Hey guys, so today's video is going to be a quick and easy fall tutorial featuring two different lip options. So if you want to see how to get this look, then keep watching and let's go ahead and get started. My brows look insane, but we're going to first prime using the Benefit Professional Stay Matte Rescue, and then I'm going in with the Urban Decay All Nighter Foundation. I am using a flat foundation brush with this because it's going to allow me to stretch out the product easier, and you really want to work in sections with this foundation. If you try to dot it or do too much all at once, it's going to dry down super quick and you're going to have a hard time stretching and blending out the product. And again, you want to use a flat foundation brush. That way it is really stretching out the product. It's not making it too mask-like a sponge or a kabuki or denser style brush might. So I'm just going to use one pump to cover my entire face. That's all you need. Then I'm taking the Beauty Blender just to perfect and get rid of any lines or anything that might have settled into the creases, just because a flat foundation brush is a little bit harder to do that with, but I did not add any additional product to the Beauty Blender itself, just using it to perfect everything. Then I'm using the Anastasia concealer. Really, with this foundation, you don't need to use concealer. I still had a couple spots peeking through, so I just went ahead and quickly covered those up. Then I'm going in with the Kat Von D Lock-It Tattoo Concealer to highlight. Since this foundation is so full coverage, again, I'm really using this to highlight, not to cover up any darkness. So that's why I'm striping it in that V under the eyes versus doing a big triangle like normal. This is such a full coverage concealer that you don't want to add a lot of product, especially under the eyes. It's just going to cause creasing. It's going to feel really heavy. And paired with this foundation, it'll just be too much. So that's why I do that V, because when I go in with the Beauty Blender, it's naturally going to disperse the product out and give that same highlighted effect. I am blending in sections because this concealer also does dry down really fast, so you really don't want it to sit too long on the face. You kind of want to do each step and blend it as you go along. So I'm taking in the center of my face, down the bridge of my nose, into the center of my chin, again blending as I go along. That way you're not getting those really weird hard lines. And then I will also do down the center of my forehead. Now I'm going with the Kat Von D Lock-It Setting Powder, and I'm just going to use this to set everything in place. With this foundation and concealer, you really don't want to bake anything because, again, it's just going to add powder and it's going to look really heavy on the face and it's just going to sit on top. So I just use it to set. Then I'm going in with the Hoola bronzer. I'm going to show you how I like to layer multiple bronzers on to give a more sculpted effect to the face. So I'm using that in the normal places I would bronze: top of the forehead, underneath the cheekbone, and underneath the jawline, as well as down the center of my nose. Making sure to bring it down in the neck so you're not getting that line of demarcation. Then I'm going in with the Kat Von D Shade and Light Contour Palette. I'm using those two shades, the lighter one and the middle one, to slightly deepen the contour on my cheek. I don't do it anywhere else on the face because I don't want to add a super sculpted look all over. I just really want my cheekbones to stand out more. Yes, it looks a little harsh and crazy right now because I don't have anything on my eyes, but cheek products do fade the fastest, so you always kind of want to go a little bit more overboard because it's what's going to last longer and show up more. Then I'm taking the Shade and Light Duo Blush in Hansel and Gretel. I don't even remember why these got discontinued, but I love the pigmentation. I found this at TJ Maxx for like $6. Then I'm taking Jeffree Star Ice Cold as my highlight. It's one of my favorite highlighters. It just looks so icy, so beautiful on top of the cheekbones. So I'm just going in with that on top of my cheeks and over my brow bone, and then of course in the middle of my nose. Then I'm just blending everything together with that same brush that I used to set everything with the translucent powder, just so that it all kind of marries together. Then I'm taking the Lorac Behind the Scenes Eye Primer to prime my lids, and then I'm going with Golden Ochre from the Modern Renaissance palette. I'm just going to lightly buff that into the eyes, kind of cheating my crease right here, just so I have a soft wash of color in that area. Then I'm taking burnt orange and I'm going to do that slightly underneath. I still want the golden ochre peeking through, but I want to start defining the eyes a little bit more. This look is super simple. It's just 3 different shadows. So I'm just taking that and lightly going back and forth in windshield wiper motions underneath the crease of the eye. Then I'm taking raw sienna. I'm going to use the same blending brush and I'm going to actually use that to buff it across the lid. So again, it's a soft wash of color. I don't want to pack it on and make it look super hard. That way it kind of drifts naturally slightly into the crease without overtaking the other 2 colors. Then I'm going to take raw sienna and burnt orange and just use that together on my lower lash line with this Coastal Scents brush. Then I'm going in with the It Cosmetics Superhero Mascara and apply that all over the eyes. I use the It Cosmetics No Tug eyeliner for my waterline. You could do just mascara for this look. I am adding falsies. I'm using the Demi Wispies that I customized with some individual lashes. I learned that from Desi Perkins. I'll leave the link to her video down below, but I did want my eyes to look a little bit more wispy and full, so that's why I added falsies, but you could do just mascara. Then I'm taking Vermeer, and I'm using that to highlight underneath the brow bone and then in the inner corner of my eye, just because I wanted to keep it softer and not have it look as hard, and this is a very pretty pink highlight. So then for the 2 lip options, you have Stockholm from NYX, one of their suede lip liners, and then also from Anastasia, their Naked Liquid Lipstick. So I'm first going to apply Stockholm all over the lips and then go in with Naked for more of a peachy, nudie look to the lips. This one's probably my favorite lip combo just because it looks so natural but really pretty and effortless. So that's how you get look number 1. Now for the lip look number 2, I'm taking, I believe, I can't remember what lip liner this is. I'll leave it down below. But then I'm going in with Craft from Anastasia for the liquid lipstick. And this just gives it a little bit more of a pop. With this eye look, really, you could do any lip color. I just wanted to feature a couple different ones that were still really fall appropriate, but show you kind of how diverse the eye look itself is. And I love this lip color. It's just such a pretty berry magenta shade. So anyways, that completes this look and showcases both lip options. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please subscribe if you haven't already, and I will talk to you guys in my next video. Bye!